What's up? Well, ooh, why it sound like we got a stereo in the background? Like, ooh. Anyway, but you don't hear that?
I don't hear that. It's on your side.
All right, let me see. Go ahead.
But hey, while you guys are coming in, and while my guy is getting his audio right, hey man, as you're coming into the live, make sure you hit them like buttons, hit the notification bells, hit the subscribe buttons, all that good stuff, man. Of course, we always greatly appreciate if you guys are watching on Facebook or any other platform, but we would more greatly appreciate it, greatly appreciate it if you guys would migrate over to the YouTube world, man, and subscribe and like and everything else over there, because that is obviously where the magic happens, man. So we would greatly appreciate if you guys just skedaddle over that way and show us some love
Skedaddle.
over
Wow.
skedaddle and show us some
Wow.
love over on that YouTube platform. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, man, wherever you're watching, man, we greatly appreciate. We love the love and support from wherever you're showing it from. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. But hey, man, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you guys a little prelim. So we actually recorded a video on
Whole
this
video.
topic. Oh, I mean, an entire video on this topic, and we were like, man, it's such a good subject that we got to bring it to you guys live as well. That video will still come out, and I think it'll still be worth the watch, because it was the first time we talked about it. So we're like, we literally, I'm saying, that you express everything, right,
Yeah.
because it's coming right off the top, and you're going in on for the first time. So I think it'll still be worth the watch, because I'm pretty sure we'll probably go way more in depth in the recorded video than what we're going to go on here. But either way, man, regardless, like I said, we just appreciate if you watch both. You know what I'm saying? So if you're here right now, again, thank you very much. Um, Man, I'm not logged in, so I can't really see how many we got. How many we got in here right now, Scotty?
We got about two people, just letting it migrate,
Okay,
little
okay.
marinate, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know how
little,
people at
little
work, we
marination.
ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't at work, people at work, that,
Yeah, I
it's a little
got you.
different. It's a little
Little,
different.
little marination, little marination. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
hey, man. But with all that being said, hey, I'm going to let you take it in, man. Scotty, go ahead and bring us in, man. What are we talking about?
Does LeBron James, that man, born in Akron, Ohio, does he
Oh my
deserve GOAT status? And off the rip, I'm just gonna hope my boy Mel came in. Go hit him with the GO8.
God.
Came out strong with it. But yeah, that is the question of the day. Does LeBron James deserve GOAT status? Now, while we're having this discussion, guys, please in the comments below give all your opinions and thoughts. We definitely randomly pop them up and we'll talk about it. If you have a question, comment, whatever concern, if you're a Kobe fan, Jordan fan, don't matter. You know what I'm saying? We here for it all. But
Yes,
to
sir.
let you go ahead, you can pop it off there, sir.
Hey, so um, this is what I would say. Um, obviously, the two individuals that are always in this conversation more often than none is obviously LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Which, to be honest, I believe that Kobe Bryant should be in that conversation a little bit more as well. I'm not saying that I believe he's the GOAT. I'm just saying that he deserves to be in that conversation as well. You know what I'm saying? But normally all we talk about is either LeBron James and Michael Jordan. So in respects to that, what I say is, as far as GOAT status, greatest of all time, it is literally just a matter of. I mean, I know it's going to sound like the easy way out, but it's literally just a matter of opinion, because there's arguments could be made on both sides, whether you want to talk numbers on stats and everything else, or if you want to talk about, what I'm saying, like something, what an individual meant to the game. You know what I'm saying? And rings and things like that or whatever. So, excuse me. So I would say, what I'm saying. So LeBron, obviously, as far as career wise and stat wise and everything else, I mean, hands down, surpassed LeBron. I mean, surpassed Jordan, right? But again, Jordan, when it comes down to the finals, victories and championships and da 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 da, you know what I'm saying? Then obviously that goes to Jordan. So the way I'm going to break it down is this: as far as actual GOAT status, I would have to still keep it at Jordan. The reason why, and like I said, we talked about this in our pre-recorded video, so make sure y'all give that a look as well. But the reason why I will still have to get the edge to Jordan when it comes to literally GOAT is because Michael Jordan, what Michael Jordan meant to basketball, period, globally, not just in the United States, not just, now you got a few other countries. No, I mean, literally every single kid in every single corner of anywhere in the butt crack of the world knew who Michael Jordan was. And for that man, they wanted to play basketball. So like I said, again, like I said in my pre-recorded video, man, like without Michael Jordan, you don't have Serge Ibaka, you don't have Dirk Nowitzki, you don't have Luka Doncic, you probably don't have the Paul Gasols and these guys. You don't have Ginobili. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the list could just keep going on and on. You don't have the Kim and Tom. Like the list could just keep going on and on. All the international stars. Now, would it still have happened eventually? Probably. You know what I'm saying? Because NBA marketing and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But single-handedly, man, the guy who propelled all of that stuff back in the late 80s, early 90s, the guy who literally single-handedly took that torch and ran with it and propelled it to every corner of the world, the game of basketball, NBA basketball, was Michael Jordan. You cannot take that away from him. You can't say, oh, well, LeBron did. I mean, look, if LeBron did it too, then LeBron just took the baton maybe and carried it forward. But the guy who literally took that flag and cemented that flag in the ground, internationally, was Michael Jordan. You can never take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? So, in that respects, I would say the GOAT still has to go to the edge of Michael Jordan, but LeBron James has definitely had the best overall career in the NBA, in my opinion. Overall career. I'll leave it at that, and I'll let you go.
All right, let me first hit some of these comments real quick, because Sean's about to get my wrath real quick. He says he would never be MJ. I saw something floating around. It says MJ and Mamba out there winning ships with the same team. Lebron had to go form super teams to win ships, right? So let me just get to this comment real quick. Sean, superstars need stars. If you don't know that, now you know, right? Just because because first of all, Kobe wanted to leave the Lakers. The people forget about that. He wanted to leave the Lakers, but decided to stay after him and Kobe split. I mean, after him and Shaq split, was like, it's my team. Because when it was him and Shaq, he wanted to get traded out. So let's just make that very clear.
Right.
Second part about that, Michael, in his heyday, free agency wasn't as big as it is now. So players didn't have the leverage that they have now, like Michael had back then. Now, mind you, Michael Jordan never got to a finals without Scottie Pippen, another top 50 all-time player. We don't want to talk about that. Hall of Famer. We don't want to talk about that. You see what I'm saying? So let's be honest about that. And Scottie never got to a finals without Michael. So one is not greater than the other. So let's just be honest with that. Like you can say Michael Jordan is great, and he's great in his own world, his own statue, but he needed Scottie to take some of the pressure off of him, as well as Phil Jackson. So let's not even go there. So now the Kobe Bryant argument. I'm gonna get back to LeBron, but let's Kobe Bryant argument. Where was Kobe Bryant when he had Smush Parker and Kwame Brown and Shannon Brown? What happened with that team? Did they make the playoffs? Did they go anywhere? But he's so great, right? Because you can't, and Sean, if you can do this in the comments, I promise you can't without Googling it. Name LeBron's starting five when he went to the Furnace his first time against the Spurs and he got swept. I know you can't do that. I promise you can't do it. That's greatness. When you get what Tom Brady does, when he's throwing footballs to people you don't know what their name is, that's greatness. That's elevating the players that you have with you. Now, this is where I'm going with why I feel LeBron is the GOAT. And going back to what you said, Fat, it's all about, one, it's about an opinion, and what about what you're looking for in your GOAT, right? Because let's keep the Tom Brady mantra. Well, if you feel that you should never lose in the Super Bowl, then Joe Montana's always going to be the GOAT. no matter Tom Brady or not, because he's never lost. Every time he got to Super Bowl, he's never lost. Tom Brady can go 9 times, but he lost 3 of them. You see, so it's like, is he considered the GOAT because he's lost, or is he considered the GOAT because he's won so many as well as he's gone to so many? So that's saying, so if we're keeping that in perspective, if LeBron wins 7 championships but he loses what 10 times, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it his greatness or whatever? So we'll go there. For me, the reason why I always feel LeBron will always be the GOAT for me, and let me take this comment down, is because of what he does for his teammates. It's because of the greatness that he displays, raising mediocre players into great players. So what I said, and you can go back and watch the video too, I brought up, what Michael Jordan does is he covers the weakness of teammates. So if you're not a scorer, I'm a scorer. If you're not a rebounder, I'm a rebound. If you need some defense, Scotty, I'm going to play some defense with you. What LeBron does is he elevates mediocre players because he gives them confidence in themselves to do better things. And for me, to have, if I'm starting a franchise, if I'm building a franchise around a player, I want my player to make other players great. You see what I'm saying? I want my player to make them, because if let's just keep it 100. And you said in the video yesterday, if Danny Green misses that shot with Michael Jordan, Danny Green is not starting next game. Like, let's just, he's not even in the rotation. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan probably done punched him in the nose. You know what I'm saying? And he not playing, or he's going to be so shook because of, you know, the torment that Michael Jordan.
Let you ask, hey, let me give it to you one more time, and you miss a wide open shot?
Come on, man.
That's it, bro. All Nation sneakers.
Same thing with Kobe.
Let you ask miss one more shot, see what happens.
Players would say they were so fearful to shoot the ball because of what Kobe would give them looks and be like, you know, you're not supposed to be shooting that. All that time, that's not, to me, that's not indicative of a GOAT player to me. You see what I'm saying? So you can have the 6 championships with, you can have that, don't get me wrong, but to me, LeBron has impacted the game on every aspect. Rebounds, points, assists, blocks, triple dubs. I mean, like, however you want it, I can give it to you. And you don't even call me a scorer, but I'm about to be top 5 in scoring. Maybe the leading all-time leading scorer. Like, it's just crazy for me. So I think that LeBron deserves the GOAT status simply based off of what he does for basketball and what he does for his teammates and how he's elevated. And the same thing you said, he's giving players who shouldn't have no rings, i.e. Kyrie, giving them rings. So let's do this. So let me read this comment real quick. With the Cavs, I can't. I will agree that wasn't a great team. I remember watching them against the Wizards, and it was just all LeBron. But do you think he would have the same success in MJ's era? I think MJ would do better in today's era than LeBron. All sports are softer now that we're back in the day. Well, I'm gonna let you take over that comment, Fat, because you grew up in that era.
So you really, hold on, bro. Was that a shot? What you doing? Was that a shot at?
No, you just older than me. You older than me.
Hey, so I would say this though, man. I would say this. So you really can't. You really, you know, that's an argument that a lot of people put up, but you really can't say that because again, it's a different era, right? So players are going to adapt to whatever they're faced with, pretty much. So you can't say that LeBron is going to be soft in the 80s or in the 90s because if that's what was going on, then that's what, you know what I'm saying. Then that's how they're going to play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you what you're giving me.
Exactly. It's the same thing like the NFL. Same thing like hip hop artists. Are you gonna tell me that Grandmaster Flash and you know what I'm saying and you know all these dudes, you know, Marty Marr and you know even I don't know, man, you can name anybody. Public Enemy, KRS-One. You gonna tell me that these dudes are garbage? Like, oh man, like they want to be able to handle today's hip hop era because none of them make music anymore. They're still hip hop artists. They're still hip hop artists, right? But they don't make music right now because they just don't relate to what's going on to today's world. And you know what I'm saying, for the kids and the youth and everything else that are make up a big chunk of that audience, right? So it's a different era. So that the rhythm and the way they put things together is just not the way that they do it now. So you can't say that oh man, like you know what I'm saying, like J. Cole wouldn't be able to handle, you know what I'm saying, the hip hop back
Nas
in the '80s,
or yeah,
or
yeah,
Nas
or
couldn't
yeah.
handle hip hop back. It's just like I said, it just depends on what's going on at that time, and everybody's going to adapt to their moment and their time, right?
Hmm.
So, would MJ be better in this time? Sure, you know what I'm saying, but can you say LeBron is not going to wouldn't do anything in the '80s? You can't say that because at the end of the day, I mean, he may not have the same technology he got today to keep his body fit and shape all the way up to 35 years old. But let's not forget, I mean, LeBron was a natural physical specimen from the time he came out. By the time he was 21, 22 years old, I mean, he was
Facts.
just bigger, faster, stronger than everybody naturally.
But this
You
is
know what
the
I'm saying?
crazy
So,
thing. You take Magic Johnson out the '80s, right? And you literally put LeBron in the '90s.
wait, 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 wait,
Who?
wait, 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 wait. So I'm glad you just said that,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna let you finish. But you take Magic Johnson and put him into a lineup today, the way he plays, bro,
he's
you'll be like,
killing.
who? Well, he is
What?
killing.
He
He
can't
is
shoot though.
killing.
He can't
He
shoot.
is killing. But come on, man. Let's keep it 100 though, bro. Like Magic Johnson didn't have. Everybody used to be all high off the pretty passes, this and that, bro. But Magic Johnson, like at the end of the
He
day, he
couldn't.
looked
The
better.
only thing he could do. The only thing Magic couldn't do is he couldn't shoot. So now
So,
in
but
this day and era, it wouldn't work. His style of play is like a Rondo, where he's a Ben
exactly.
Simmons. He's a Ben Simmons.
And and everybody gonna D you up to what your weaknesses are. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then
Hey,
if you're being honest, then dang, that's if you switching eras like that, then Magic Johnson is a Ben Simmons. Like he's not Magic Johnson because he can't do if he's not in the fast break or if he's not in a half court offense to where they're trying to score twos. And with the way they're playing the basketball nowadays, is like you wouldn't even really want him on your team because he can't shoot. You see what I'm saying? But this is my thing with LeBron though. You take a 6'9" point guard, and you put him in Michael Jordan's era. Who's guarding him? Ron Harper? No. Who's the dude from the Knicks? John Starks? No. John Stockton? No. Like let's not play this game. Like you know what I'm saying? Like two guards were small back in the '90s era. You see what I'm saying? Like if
and,
Charles
and,
Barkley is playing power forward at 6'8", you see what I'm saying? But go ahead.
no, and like I said, and to bring back one of the last points was, at the end of the day, like LeBron, and granted, I already gave you guys, if you guys coming in now, I already said I still give the slight edge to Jordan, right, as far as go, but we can't deny the respect that LeBron deserves. And to that point, what you guys were saying earlier, what you were saying earlier was like there is a lot of players in today's age, today, that play with LeBron that got rings that if they were not on a LeBron-led team, they would not be sniffing a ring
Talk about it.
anywhere.
Talk about it.
Case in point, well, you already said Kyrie, but case in point, Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, come on. And now, granted, Dwight, when he came out, when he was in Orlando, he was killing. Got you. But Dwight fell all the way off. Let's not forget. I mean, all the way off.
Oh
To the
man.
point where Dwight was like, hold on, I could go play with LeBron. All right, LeBron, what you need me to do, bro? Like pretty much. And
No
LeBron was,
guaranteed contract, everything. Just go play.
and come on, man. And at the end of the day, like you know what I'm saying, given the opportunity to go to play with the Lakers for the second time, but with LeBron, not Kobe, but with LeBron. Rest in peace, Kobe, by the way. It's gonna give those respects. But um, but LeBron, look, he was like, what's my role, bro? Like, what's my role? What you
Yeah,
need me to do? Come off the
facts.
bench? Fine. Come in and be an energy guy? Fine. Rebound? Fine. Block shot? Got it. What do you need me to do so I could be on this team? And that's
Hmm.
exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? JaVale McGee would never been on. He would have never seen another championship if he was not on this particular team. Oh, and by the way, I don't care what y'all say, but AD, that guy, Anthony Davis, if he was not on the LeBron led team, he would not sniff a championship. I, I'll be surprised if AD make it out the second round without LeBron. I'll be like, damn. Like AD being the guy. He is the focal point.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if he made it out of the second round in the West without LeBron. I'll be surprised.
That's facts.
Come
Let
on,
me
man.
read this comment from Tyrone. Tyrone says, I'm late, but people who make the argument that LeBron changed teams are the same ones who said the East was weak. Then he goes to the West, plus LeBron would have dominated in that time. What 6'8", 260 do you know is moving like that? Maybe Sean Kemp.
And
Sean
Sean
Kemp
Kemp was not dribbling like that.
That's what I was about to say. He didn't even have the handles like that. So what you want? I mean, come on, man.
He'll break your neck. He'll break your neck if you try to go up, though. But he wasn't dribbling like that up the court and everything.
No.
He definitely put on your head.
No. I mean, come on. Gary Payton got to guard LeBron. Who else got to guard LeBron? I mean, like just Muggsy Bogues, just little guys.
But let's keep it real. I mean, LeBron handles ain't really like that either. But he definitely made it work to what he had. You know what I'm saying? To the fact that, look, I'm going to be this point guard, and ain't nobody really trying to.
Like watch some old Michael Jordan highlights. Them jokers were basic. Through the leg, going right. Through the leg. He'll do that double bounce like that. Come on, man. He wasn't pity patting that mug. Angles. All angles.
You're right about that. But yeah, so I would say, like I said, I still give the edge to Jordan only because of what he's literally meant. Like literally meant to the game itself, NBA globally. You know what I'm saying? During his time. But I mean, you cannot not see the respect that this man LeBron James deserves, because he's definitely had, even though Jordan I think is the GOAT slightly, LeBron definitely, man, had the overall best career, hands down, from anyone in the NBA, because he is Karl Malone, Sean Kemp that you just said, and Michael Jordan pretty much rolled in one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was literally that role. You know what I'm saying? So is he better than Michael Jordan? Is he better than Michael Jordan than what Michael Jordan did? No, as far as finals and everything else, and we're getting rings. Got you. Is he better than Sean Kemp as far as putting on your head and everything else? No, because really all of the big time dunks that LeBron has been like, fast breaks and da. Got you.
Yeah.
Is he better than Karl Malone at what Karl Malone did as far as mid-range game and having that body
Not
type?
even close.
Nobody can stop me. No, but he has a little bit of all of those, and he put it all together.
Yeah.
And became that man.
But this is the part where people are saying like he has the best career overall. But if you have the best career overall, how does that not make you the GOAT? Like that doesn't like that. How does, because stats play a role in basketball. Stats play a role in most all sports. So if you have the longevity and you have all the accolades, how does that not signify the GOAT? I don't understand.
Well, because stats are one thing and impact and everything else is another. So for instance, if we want to go about that, then his whole conversation is a moot point because Bill Russell. Ain't nobody touching that.
Bro, he played against 8 teams, bro.
That was his era though. We just said that. You cannot control the era you're in. You cannot control the era that you're in.
But Bill Russell, all he has is championships. He doesn't have the stat game.
Okay, but that's what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, and all the GOAT all depends on what you specifically categorize as this counts for that counts for that counts for that. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because like I said, everybody's gonna have a different criteria as far as what is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So I mean that argument is always gonna be there to the end of time before that argument is over with, and I don't see that happening.
Because to me, it's like if I go, and I'm gonna keep it football, but we keep it basketball. I've been to the finals 9 straight times, and I've won 10. I've been to 10 finals. I've won 4. How is my greatness diminished by me going to 10 times but losing 6 of them? Like, somebody has to win. You see what I'm saying? Like, because to me, it's like, okay, Jordan played, and Shannon Sharp makes this argument all the time. He says, so before Jordan went to 6 straight finals, did he not play? Did what happened to the other 7, 8 years that he was getting knocked out in the first and second round? You see what I'm saying? Like how do those not diminish his legacy? Go to Tyrone real quick. He says Robert Horry has 7 or 8 rings. He is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he's lost. If I'm being, I don't think Tyrone. I don't think Robert Horry's ever lost in the finals. If I'm not mistaken.
Robert Horry is definitely the best big time shot maker out there. Like everybody talks about
big
Jordan
shot
this, bro. Robert Horry is the most clutch. That boy, he would have 2 points the entire game, but let him have the ball in his hand.
Let him have been Danny Green. Let him have been Robert Horry being Danny Green. Oh, that's automatic. Oh, we out.
Robert Horry could have came in. He could have subbed in. He could have subbed in that game. he could have subbed in that game. Like literally, what was that, game 5? He could have subbed in game 5 out the back. Like who's that coming in for Danny Green? Oh, that's Robert Horry. Robert Horry, top of the key. Oh, big stop! Bang!
Number 8, make it number 8. You know what I'm saying? Ring number 8. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Hey, Robert, come on, man. Robert Horry would have. He definitely would have hit that.
If anybody needs a documentary, it's Robert Horry. He definitely needs a documentary. But no, but that's my point. You know, it's like, but it goes. It's all subjective, and we keep making that point. It's whatever you feel is the GOAT to you, right. And I just don't. It's just funny how you pick and choose when you want to use certain stats to prove certain points. And as they say, speak for yourself, you're cooking the books. You know what I'm saying? You cooking the books however you want to look at it, because LeBron statistically is in every category, top 5. He's gone to the finals. I think he's been to the finals consecutively. I think more than him and Bill Russell, I think, are like tied or he's second in all time of going consecutively. But in this era, who in their right mind ever would have thought somebody would go to the finals 9 straight times? I mean, the Warriors did it 5, but it's like, man, like Jesus, like to be there 9 consecutive times.
Again, like I said, and we can make this, we can make this example out of almost anything, man. So take it back to like hip hop, right? And I don't know how old everybody who's here watching, but I mean, Jay-Z has arguably had the best hip hop career out of anybody, and a lot of people do give him the GOAT status as far as hip hop. But you got those, hard-nosed guys, true and true fans, and even if you never heard his music, you've heard the name of Rakim.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody there's a lot of people that give, Rakim's the greatest of all times. Nowhere near the career that Jay-Z's had, but just off, just
impact.
off of what the criteria that they're going off of, they're gonna be like, yo, Rakim got that hands down, greatest of all times. You know what I'm saying? But nowhere near the what Jay-Z's done as far as his career and being able to take it to other levels and everything else. So it's almost the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the argument could be had on both sides, but it all just depends on what you're looking at and what fits your criteria as far as the actual GOAT status.
I think you got another old head in here with you, because he came in and said facts when you said probably about the Jay-Z and Rakim. So he grew up in that era, so he kind of knew what you talking about right there. Probably went over some other people's heads.
Best era in hip hop, period.
So yeah, but I mean, my next question would then be to you is, should LeBron take it as a slight if he's not considered the GOAT? Based off if I'm LeBron James, should I be like, bro, like that's how you're gonna do me? I do all this for the culture. Because remember, we brought it up in the recorded video. Social activist, father. I mean, put your boys on. He's the definition of putting your boys on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it. I'm gonna put my boys on. Then I'm all-time leader in this and that, and nothing off the field, nothing, no controversy other than the decision. I mean, that's the only blemish in my whole career, but that's not even really a blemish because, it was my choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, should he take it as a slight to be like, how am I not considered the GOAT of all the things and all the impactful ways I've created? Because even you said it on the video, you said Michael Jordan wasn't no social activist. Michael Jordan was about him and getting the bag.
Exactly, and I do stay with that statement. I still stand on that statement. Hands down, LeBron has done way more than Jordan has ever done you know what I'm saying, for what he believes in and what he stands on, and voicing that opinion. Jordan ain't do nothing but sell shoes. I'm just saying it in a layman's terms. Obviously, we know Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Jordan is Jordan. But as far as like, you know what I'm saying, like break everything down, he got a good deal with Nike, got some Jordans, and you know what I'm saying, just sell shoes to everybody that everybody argues and stands in line for, 82 hours for before they release it for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? But as far as somebody who's voicing their opinion, no matter what's going on, being on the forefront, you know what I'm saying, wearing shirts or doing this or doing that, or you know what I'm saying, if they gotta, talk to the press, whatever it is, he's always the first in line. Like he doesn't deflect that. Nope. I'm gonna stand right here, and who's with me, who's not with me, as far as if they want to say something or not, it don't matter. But this is what I got to say about what's going on. So again, social activist, staying, being able to voice his opinion and stand on those two, man. Period. Like he don't care about what sponsor he's gonna lose or this and that and the third and that, bro. He just out there doing it. So I will give him that edge over Jordan for sure. But like I said, I don't know, man. As far as like him off the court, like he is the quintessential role model. Like, and people don't, basketball players say all the time, Chuck was the worst one. I ain't no damn role model. If I'm your role model, and he was saying this when he was younger, if I'm your role model, your parent, you know what I'm saying, like he would say to the parents, you're doing something wrong, because there should never be a role model.
Had a whole commercial about it
on TV. Exactly. Like, why is somebody in TV that I don't even like? I'm a stranger to this person, basically, and how am I this person's role model? You know what I'm saying? So, but when it comes down to the way that the world views and perceives role models, you can't get no better than LeBron. You cannot get any better than LeBron.
Let me say this real quick. Tyrone says, dude opened schools and putting underprivileged kids in college. I don't see how you can hate on the dude.
Period. Exactly, man.
All right, my last question, and we're probably gonna end it on this, and hopefully the fans get into it in the comments. Who is your top 5 NBA all time? And guys, if you're watching, put it in your comments below. But I will let Fat pop it off. Who is in your top 5?
Dang,
if you want to put them in a particular order that you can, but you don't have to. But
that's who is your top 5? Hard question. So we just talking about just top 5. Period.
Just top 5.
Everybody.
Top everybody.
All right. I can't put it in order right now. Because it's just. But obviously Jordan, LeBron, we're talking about Kobe. That's 3.
Let's do this.
Jack.
Let's do this. Let's revamp it. Give me a starting 5. Give me your all-time starting 5, because I don't like. That's like you've had 3 players. The top 3 players are to play the same position pretty much. So, give me your starting 5. You're building a franchise. You're like, tell you.
But the thing about it is, I see what you're saying. But the crazy thing about it is, those top 3
LeBron
players
at the 1. Yeah.
But all those players could play any position, literally.
Nah, Kobe's not playing point. I'm not putting Kobe or Michael Jordan at the point. Nah, I'm not doing that.
Okay, wait. You're not doing that, but can you? You gonna tell me Kobe can't run your point?
Nah, Kobe cannot run my point guard. Nah. I mean that with all sincerity. Kobe couldn't run my point guard.
Okay.
Neither could Michael Jordan.
What?
When was Kobe ever known for passing? When was Kobe ever known for passing?
No. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. We're talking about, like, what's the name? But at the end of the day, like, Kobe was basically the point guard for a lot of his, the teams that he was on coming through the years.
What was he?
Well, I mean, not as far as assists, but he was definitely bringing the ball up the floor. You know what I'm saying? So
he ran the triangle, and that's not how the triangle works.
But he was definitely bringing the ball up the floor, though, is what I'm saying.
That's not how the triangle works.
You call it what you want. I see it with my own 2 eyes.
Oh my goodness!
I see it with my own 2 eyes. Anyway, man, but those three can literally be versatile. I mean, other than, I would say the only thing that LeBron has over them two as far as position wise is Jordan and Kobe are not playing the 5. Like, they're not defending anybody in the 5 position. Right? That's 100%. And LeBron could do that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But as far as position wise, damn man, see that's even harder. But Shaq will be my 5.
Yeah, Shaq. Shaq is my 5. So you. Hey,
Shaq,
let me do this one real quick. Tyrone
go
says
ahead.
he says LeBron, Jordan, Shaq, Peyton, Malone, my 5. It's actually not a bad 5.
You need Kobe out of it though? You need Kobe out of it?
I mean, if we're doing, because to me that's a 5. Like that's your starting 5. That's his lineup. You see what I'm saying? Because Malone is power forward, Shaq center, Peyton's the point guard, Jordan's the 2 guard, LeBron's your 3, or you can, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a bad look.
Hey.
So yeah, that's his starting 5.
I'm gonna tell you what. Wait, go back to that. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna tell you what. All these people right here in their primes, I'm gonna tell you why that team ain't gonna work. Because LeBron gonna be like, I got this, man. I could run a point. Gary Payton, you lost your motherfucking mind. Like, Gary Payton in his prime, you would have lost your effing mind. If you think I'm gonna let you run this damn point guard, get your ass over there on the block, bro.
Oh man,
I'm gonna hit you when you ready.
That's
you know
funny.
What I'm saying? Like,
that's funny.
Come on, man. That's an automatic. That's an automatic clash right there. No, but that would be a dope.
Yeah,
that would be a dope team. I don't know, man. I can't do it right now.
Okay, so let me.
What be your 5?
All right, I'm gonna give you. Listen. You're gonna really be shocked when I tell you this because listen. If I'm building a starting 5, I'm building it based off my players' attributes. What I always say: you don't coach to results, you coach for attributes, right? Mm-hmm. So, and this is where I'm going, Tyrone. I'm going with chemistry, right? So, LeBron is my starting is my guy, right? So I'm not looking at a point guard. LeBron is my point guard. All right. So my 2 guard is going to be.
I feel like you're about to say something crazy.
I am. It's going to be Klay Thompson. It's going to be Klay Thompson. My 2 guards going to listen. I'm building my team LeBron is the system. LeBron is a system. It can't go no other way than that, right? So my 2 guards going to be Klay. This is just a team I feel like nobody can see us, right?
What position did Jordan play again?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go Klay at the 3, Jordan at the 2, right? KG at the 4, and Tim Duncan at the 5. Because LeBron's gonna need space to get the lane. So I can't go Shaq because Shaq can't do nothing for me because he's too big and it's because LeBron's not shooting it. So it clouts too much. That's if I'm starting a 5. My top 5 of all time: LeBron, Jordan, Allen Iverson, Shaq, and KG. I am a huge KG. I love Kobe Bryant. I've never been a big Kobe Bryant fan. I'm sorry, you can't get on my top 5.
KG?
I love KG. Listen when I tell you. Big ticket in Minnesota. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Now I know what you're talking about, man.
He has done more with less than Kobe Bryant has ever done. Ever. Being a power forward.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Hey, man, we about to cut this line. We get into the weird, we get into the weird, people start to get delusional type, time frame of this live stream. Come on.
Bro. I'm ready, bro.
KG, you need some butter on that bread because obviously it's messing up your brain cells.
Nah.
KG,
bro.
Oh my
KG
God.
is in my top 5.
Hey, no wonder why the other day when we were talking about KG and all these guys, and you were like, "Well, KG always wanted all the smoke." I was like, "No, he didn't." You was like, "Yeah, he did," and I was like, "Not when Melo wanted to see his ass in the tunnel. He didn't want to come out." And you was not. He was not. Oh man,
KG will always. KG will always be in my top 5, bro. Real talk. He has done more. He has done more with less than Kobe Bryant has ever done, and I stand by that.
Okay, well, you know what then? So then Kevin Love.
Kevin Love never got out the first round. What you talking about?
But
no, Kevin Love never made it to the playoffs in Minnesota.
Kevin Love in Minnesota was
never
a 2020 machine.
No,
2020 machine.
you're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying KG took the Minnesota Timberwolves farther with less talent than Kobe
How
has
far
ever
did he
done.
go? How far
I
did
think
he
he went
go?
to the Western Conference.
Huh?
I think he went to the Western Conference with Sam Cassell. Him and Sam Cassell.
And Sam Cassell ain't nobody.
Hold on. If we're talking about Kobe,
Wait. Oh, but I
how
remember.
is
But I remember you. I think you were a little bit too young. Cause Sam
I'm about to,
Cassell. Let's not get it twisted. Put some respect on Sam Cassell's name, because he was out there nasty when he was in his prime.
dog.
Sam Cassell was not he was not no slouch when he was in his
Tell me
prime.
what Kobe did without Shaq and without
Alien
Paul
eyes and
Gasol.
all.
Tell me
Alien
that.
eyes and all.
Tell me that. Tyrone says KG in my soldier boy voice.
Thank you.
Listen,
Thank you.
you
Like,
gotta understand. Listen, the big ticket was even when Kobe had Smush and Kwame Brown, he never made the playoffs. KG was making the playoffs even when Sam Cassell left. So let's be real. KG was that guy in Minnesota.
Getting hot.
Listen, don't put some respect on my man KG's name, bro.
I'm getting a headache. Oh my god. KG, bro.
I'm just saying, man. Anything's possible, bro.
Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, but hey, everybody's entitled to what they want, man. But
listen. Let me say this, right? Kobe without Shaq only gets 2 rings. Let's be very clear about that. Kobe without Shaq only gets 2 rings.
Shaq has how many rings?
He has 4.
And how many with Kobe?
3.
And how many with the rest of the All-Stars in Miami?
1.
So, how many rings does Shaq get without those guys?
Shaq in his prime? He wasn't in his prime in Miami.
But how many rings does he get without, like you're saying, Kobe ain't do nothing without Shaq.
You take Kobe away from Shaq, he still gets 3 rings.
Shaq has always played with perennial all-stars.
Bro.
Like even in Orlando, Penny was a monster. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously when he was younger.
But they didn't make it to the finals. But my whole point is this, right?
They did make it to the finals. They got swept.
No,
by Houston.
Oh, by Houston. Yeah, they did. So
come on, man.
But my thing is this, right?
You're too young for this conversation, bro. You're too young for this conversation. Come on.
No, man. I'm not. You take Kobe away from the Lakers. Shaq still averages what? 35 and 10, 35 and 15 for the finals.
But that doesn't get you. That doesn't get you a ring.
What is Kobe? Listen, I can spread Kobe's 20 points around.
I just said that Kevin Love averaged 20 and 20. He was a double machine, 30 and 20.
He never got into the playoffs. What are you talking about?
But that's what I'm trying to tell you, that just because you scoring points and you get, that don't mean that doesn't bring you win. That doesn't bring you championships. You just said. So how can Shaq's points matter? His stats matter if he didn't have Kobe, but Kevin Love's stats don't matter when he didn't have nobody else. How?
Because clearly Shaq's stats get you to the playoffs. Clearly.
Oh my God. When has Shaq ever got to the playoffs without anybody else, though? That's what I'm trying to say. We don't know that. Because I know one thing, Shaq damn sure ain't dribbling the ball up. Shaq damn sure ain't shooting no mid-range.
Shaq don't need to dribble the ball up.
Okay. All
right, so Kobe averaged 24 and Shaq averaged 33 in the finals.
Okay, then. So again, all I'm saying is we can't say what Shaq would have done without all the talent that he had. Yes, he was a talent in his own. I get it, but we cannot say what Shaq would have done without all the talent that he was surrounded with. Since literally his entire career, he has never played on a team that he didn't have crazy talent around him. Even in his later years, he played with LeBron, didn't he?
Yeah, in Cleveland. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, He's always had crazy talent around him. So of course I mean, you know what I'm saying? So nobody's denying. Obviously, we both had him in our 5 spot all time.
Yeah.
But we cannot say what he would have done or where he would have took his teams to if he didn't have the talent around him. Because he's always had it. He's always had it. And every single talent he's had around him is averaging the same, if not more, than him as far as points. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
It's just hard. It's just hard for me because if we're talking about GOAT status, right? Shaq has 4, Kobe has 5, but Shaq has 3 Finals MVPs. Kobe only has 2.
Iguodala has a Finals MVP, and he didn't do shit except for slow a man down. That instead of him averaging 40, he averaged 35. Like, come on, man.
I don't know.
Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter.
If you're the Finals MVP, clearly you're the most important person on the team.
Look, we just said not too long ago, if it was my vote, I would have gave Rondo the MVP for this finals because he was clearly the most important person at multiple points in multiple games. But who did they give it to? LeBron, because LeBron is the name on that team. You know what I'm saying? And granted, yes, Kobe was a name as well, but you know what I'm saying? But bro, okay, Shaq was dominant on the inside, so of course, you know what I'm saying? So they're just gonna give it to the most popular vote. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it don't matter who gets it. That's just the most popular vote. But that don't directly reflect who is actually the most valuable player for that series. Period. I mean, come on, man. Let's not get that twisted.
We must agree.
It's the same way how Kobe. I think was it Kobe when Kobe was hurt for half the season. He was still an All-Star. How? You didn't play. How can you be an All-Star this season if you ain't dribbled the ball twice on the damn court?
He said name alone. My name alone. They know what I'm about. They know my track record.
So All-Star, MVP, all that stuff is a popular vote, and it doesn't necessarily reflect on what has actually been going on in the game. That's all I got to say about that.
I give you that. All right, well, we're gonna cut this one short. We went a little longer than expected. You know, we went off script as usual. Kind of just
not short. We ain't gonna cut it short. We just gonna cut it, but it ain't short at all by any means.
Oh man, we appreciate you guys for hanging with us. As always, you know, I got my man next to me. And I'm your boy Scotty, and we appreciate y'all for hanging with us, man. We'll catch y'all on the next one. All right, holla.
Got him, man. Salute.